Greetings, brothers and sisters in Christ. We come to the second Sunday of Easter, which is Divine Mercy Sunday. The image, the feeling of mercy runs all throughout the liturgy, throughout the readings, and we want it to run into us. His mercy endures forever. God's mercy endures forever. So we're preparing to receive mercy. The Hebrew word for mercy is hesed, and it means like a steadfast loyalty, a devotion, an everlasting love. This is one of the best ways we understand God, and we see it in the risen Jesus. So the gospel today, on the evening of the first day of the week. So this is the day of resurrection. Earlier in the morning, they saw the empty tomb, and they're wondering what's going to happen, and now we find out. The first day of the week harkens back to the creation story in the book of Genesis. The Gospel of John loves to mirror what happened in Genesis to say, now with Jesus, creation continues and reaches its triumph, if you will. So this is a story of creation, and you and I are invited to be part of it. God is not done creating us yet. And the disciples are in a room with the doors locked. Why is the door locked? They are afraid, right? They just killed your leader, and they might come looking for you. They're terrified. And so when you and I are afraid, when you and I are uncertain, what does Jesus do? He can walk through locked doors. Our barriers are not barriers to him, thanks be to God. He finds us in our fear. He finds us in our need. And then when he sees the disciples, he says, "Peace be with you." And then he breathes on them. Again, the breath of God was present at the very beginning of creation. The breath of God was put into the clay that God formed us in his image and likeness and brought out life in us. And now the breath of God is going to be given to the disciples and to us to prepare us for Pentecost, if you will, to give us what we need during this time. And Jesus says, "Peace be with you." The word shalom in Hebrew means more than just a peaceful, easy feeling. It means completeness. Everything is as God intended it to be. Now with Jesus conquering death, coming to us, we find everything as God intended it to be. And then Jesus says, "As the Father has sent me, now I send you." In the Bible, no one has an encounter with God without also getting a vocation or a job to do, if you will. So the disciples encounter the risen Jesus, and now he's sending them, he's sending us to go forth. A week later, did the disciples go out and do what Jesus told them to do? They're still in the room with the doors locked. But this time Thomas is with them. Thomas wasn't there the first time. Jesus comes looking for Thomas. I like to say that Thomas gave us a test because Thomas asked the disciples, "You met Jesus, what did he tell you?" "He told us to go forth and go out and be sent." And then I can see Thomas saying, "Well, why are you still here in the room with the doors locked?" Again, that's you and I sometimes. We try to make a commitment to follow God and then we fail. But God keeps coming to find us and to show us a way. And then I can see Thomas, when Jesus comes, Jesus says, "Here, Thomas, put your hand and feel the nail marks, and put your hand and feel my side." Like Jesus wants Thomas to draw near to understand. And maybe again, that's a test for us. If you're a follower of Jesus, where does it show in your hands? Are you a follower of Jesus? Where does it show in your body? Where does it show in the way that you live your life? So on this Divine Mercy Sunday, let the mercy of God find you in your fear. Go out and be sent this week to do what he wants you to do. Do it with confidence and humility because he is with us. Have a blessed Easter.